Hi guys, welcome back to Get Gorgeous. This video I'm here with this beautiful look for all you guys. I've used all the NYX products to create this look and I simply love it. I love the way the eyes have turned out. They are so gorgeous. You can totally wear this look like for any festive season that is coming up. At the same time, it is so easy to recreate. So yes, if you guys are interested to know how I got this look, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with this tinted primer and applying it all over my face. Now this could be a little light for my skin type, but then we'll work it out. And I'm using my fingers to blend it and then going over it with my damp YBP makeup perfector. Once that is done, I'm going to move on to foundation. I'm going to use these three shades of Total Control Drop Foundation. So basically the light shade would be in the center, the medium shade is going to be at the periphery of my face, and I'm going to use the darker shade to contour my face. I love this foundation. The finish that it gives to my face is beautiful. I highly recommend you guys. You surely can give it a try. So yes, then I'm just adding some more coverage right there on the pigment and under my eyes. And yeah, I would leave the link to the foundation video on top somewhere on the screen so you can watch that if you haven't. And here I'm just using the light shade to highlight under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, forehead, and right under my contour. And I'm using the dark shade to contour the hollows of my cheeks, temples, forehead, jawline, and a tiny bit under my lower lip. Alright, so I'm going to use this brush throughout, like for blending everything, almost everything. I love this brush. So first I'm going to blend the highlighted, the light shades like this, and then I'm going to use the same brush and the edge of this brush to blend the contour shade as you see me doing here. So I love using this foundation as my contour and highlight shade as well. It is so blendable, it is so beautiful, it is very lightweight, and the finish is, you guys, beautiful. So you should give it a try. And once that is all nice and blended, I'm going to go over it with my makeup sponge, and I'm going to just push all of that product onto my face, and that sponge is going to take off all the excess. At the same time, it is going to blend all of the foundation and contouring and highlighting seamlessly. So here I've applied the same contour shade to contour my nose, and then I'm going to blend it using the same brush, the edge of the same brush, and then go over it with my YBP makeup perfector. And yeah, then I'm just going to clean up that contour using the highlight shade as you see me doing here. So I'm just cleaning it up around my nose and on the bridge of my nose and blending everything out. So once that is done, we are going to take our NYX contour palette, and taking combination of these three shades, I'm going to set the contoured areas on my face. So for that I'm going to use the same brush. Now this brush is such a versatile brush. I have used this brush throughout the video, like for my entire base. So I simply love it, and this palette is also one of my favorites. It's like, you know, you have this and you are good to go. You have highlight shade, you have contour shade, and you have everything. So yeah. And then I'm going to take that yellow tone shade to set under my eyes, the forehead, the bridge of my nose, and taking the shade next to it, I'm going to set over my eyes and also clean up that contour ever so slightly. So once that is done, we're almost done with our base. Just the final finishing touch up with this Hydra Touch foundation. I'm going to just apply it, brush very lightly all over my face so that everything is nice and blended and seamless. And just so that my face doesn't look very powdery, I'm going to spray a couple of sprays of this matte finishing mist all over my face and let it sit for a few seconds. And then I'm going to use my damp makeup sponge and push all of the product onto my face, and we are good to go. So moving on to eyes, I'm going to use the lid lingerie and that center shade right there, the lightest shade, on my Pro Arte brush, and I'm going to just apply that in the crease very gently like so. And then to just darken up and define that crease a little more, I'm going to take a flat fluffy brush. This is from NYX as well, and I'm going to dust off the excess, and I'm going to just pack all the product first on the crease and then start blending it in the circular and windshield wiper motion as you see me doing here. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on my other eye as well. And then to blend all of that, I'm going to use the same fluffy brush that we used earlier and the lighter shade so that there is no harsh line. So the key to this entire look is blending. So just keep on blending. We are creating a beautiful gradient with that deep red tone. Yes, the star of the look is this beautiful eyeshadow, the Vivid Bright eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply that with a flat eyeshadow brush all over my eyelids like this, as you see me doing here. Nothing fancy, just apply it randomly on all over your eyelids. And once that is done, I suggest you do one eye at a time so that the other eye doesn't get dried up. I ended up doing both, but I had a little tough time blending it. But then yeah, you want to make sure that you do one eye at a time. So I'm using the same crease brush to blend everything. So I'm going to bring you guys a little up close so that you can see it more clearly. So yeah, I'm going to take the same crease shade to give that gradient effect and also blending it out. So yeah, you want to take your time to do this. You want to do a good amount of blending here. So I'm repeating the same step on the other eye as well. And then I thought I needed a little more red and a little more depth right there. So basically towards the lash line, closer to the lash line, I want that red to be very intense. So I'm going to pack more of the red and just start blending a little bit more. So this is what we are looking for. And yeah, I'm going to do the same on the other eye. So yeah, you want to work one eye at a time with this eyeshadow so that it's easy for you to blend, rather than, you know, once it is dried up, it is going to be difficult. So then I'm taking a combination of these two shades and applying right at the outer V of my eyes, like you see me doing here. This is just going to make the outer corner more defined and more intense. So you can totally skip this step, but I wanted this look to be like quite intense, so that's the reason I'm doing this. And then using a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to blend everything out. Now, as I said, towards the lash line, I want that red to be quite intense. So I'm just going to pack it very close to my lash line as if we are creating a wing liner, like you see me doing here. And there is no wing as such, but I'm just going to elongate it very lightly, as you see here. Okay, so that makes a lot of difference. So this totally depends on you, how intense you want it. So yeah. Once that is done, I just felt a little need of more depth right there in the outer corner. So I'm adding some more brown and blending it out with the clean fluffy brush. There is no product on my brush, it's just a clean brush. So I'm just blending everything out. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to repeat the same process again. So I'm going to add the red eyeshadow very close to my lash line, as you see me doing here, and then blend it with the same orange crease shade that we used. And on the outer corners, I'm going to add the brown, the dark brown shadow, and this is just going to bring the whole eye look together. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye as well. Then I went ahead and did my brows off camera, and here I'm using that light shade from the same Lid Lingerie palette, and I'm going to clean above and below my brows. So this is going to make our brows look more defined and more highlighted. So yes. Then using my Avent Pop palette, I'm going to take that white shadow for my brow highlight and the inner corner highlight, and I'm going to drag that inner highlight on the lower lash line, like the inner corners of my lower lash line, as you see me doing here. Then moving on to the next favorite of mine, the double stacked mascara. So you want to work one eye at a time. So apply the first base coat, then the fibers, and then seal it with the top coat. So you can totally see the difference. I really love this mascara. So I did the second eye as well, and this is how it is going to look. Then moving on to tight lining the lower and the upper waterline. So I wanted this look to be really intense red. So I opted for a maroon kohl pencil to apply for my lower waterline. So you can totally skip this. You can go in for a black kohl pencil, but I like it this way, so I'm going to apply that. And then I'm going to use a gel liner in black to tight line my upper waterline. Then taking the same Avent Pop palette, I'm going to take that black shadow on a liner brush. I'm going to pack it very close to my upper lash line, as you see me doing here. So this is just like to define the, you know, the eye shape. That's the reason I'm doing it, because we are not going for any kind of a eyeliner or a winged liner. So yeah, it's quite defined now. Then moving on to cheeks, I'm going to use the blushed cheeks palette. I love this palette. This is again one of my favorites. Now this is quite pigmented, so you want to be very light-handed when you're using using this. I'm going to swirl it on my cheeks and I'm going to sweep it above my contour as you see me doing here. Okay, then for the highlight, I'm going to use the Duo Chromatic Illuminating Powder, and this, you guys, is so beautiful. You have to give this a try. Highly recommend. The dual tone shine that it gives on your face is so beautiful, and it is so subtle. So I really love it. I highly recommend it. You can use it as an eyeshadow as well, and it is going to be as beautiful. Then using a Wavy Glow highlighter, I'm going to highlight my nose and very lightly highlight the inner corners of my eyes as you see me doing here. And we are done with our look. Just the lips. So for the lips, I'm going to go in again with a Deep Burgundy lip liner, and I'm going to line my lips and also fill them in. Filling your lips is going to help your lipstick stay longer. And yeah, then I'm going to apply the Soft Matte Lip Creme. I would leave the names of all the products in the description box below, so do check that out. So yes, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys like this video. I was wanting to use this vivid bright eyeshadow since the time I've had this, and yeah, finally I'm here with this look, and I love the way it has turned out. So if you did as well, please don't forget to hit a like, comment down below what would you like to see next on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would mean world to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, stay happy, stay gorgeous. Bye.